So in the last class we have studied about the testis and some other this hormonal control. Okay. So the action of the hormones also we have discussed. Now we are coming to the next question, that is the ovary. Testis we have already covered. So ovary is it is gonad, and it is also acting as an endocrine gland. It is present in the females, and there is a pair of ovary in females. So here this endocrine part of the ovary, they may contain certain cells. They are known as ovarian follicles. Okay. Ovary contain cells. They are known as ovarian follicles, and this ovarian follicle, it will produce a hormone, a steroid hormone. Okay. These ovarian follicles will produce steroid hormones. They are the estrogen and the progesterone. Estrogen and progesterone are hormone secreted by the ovary. Okay. So here the cells present inside the ovary. Okay. There are so many cells. A type of cell is known as ovarian follicles. They will secrete two hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Then what about this estrogen? It will be produced from the ovarian follicles. Okay, it will be produced from the ovarian follicles. Then after ovulation, estrogen is produced by the ovarian follicles. Then after ovulation, what is the ovulation? The release of the ovum. After the release of ovum during the menstrual cycle. So after ovulation, there is rupturing of the ovarian follicle. The ovarian follicle will rupture. It will break up after ovulation, and it will form a tissue that is known as corpus luteum. And this corpus luteum will secrete a hormone, that is what? Progesterone. So estrogen and progesterone are secreted by ovary. What about this estrogen? It is secreted by the ovarian follicles in the ovary. Okay. Then after ovulation, this ovarian follicle, the matured ovarian follicle will rupture. Okay. Then after rupturing of this ovarian follicle, it will make up a tissue that is known as corpus luteum. Then this corpus luteum will secrete the hormone called progesterone. Okay. Then what about this estrogen? It will be secreted by the ovarian follicle, and this is very important for all the secondary sexual characters of the females. It is very important for the development of the follicles, development of the ovum, or everything. It is very important, the estrogen. What about this progesterone? It supports pregnancy, as well as it is very important for the production of milk by the mammary glands. Mammary glands may contain some cavities. They are known as alveoli, and for the development of this alveoli and the production of milk, this progesterone hormone is very important, and that progesterone hormone, it is secreted by the corpus luteum. How the corpus luteum is formed? It is formed by the rupturing of the mature ovarian follicle. Okay. So that is the ovary. Then comes to some other kind of the other part of our body that may also produce certain hormones. That also we have to study. One is the atrial wall of heart. Our heart have atrium and the ventricle is there. Okay, the atrial walls of the auricle or atrium, they will produce a hormone. Okay, that is known as atrial natriuretic factor. Atrial natriuretic factor, or ANF. It is very important for the reducing the blood pressure. If we have an increased blood pressure, this atrial natriuretic factor is going to be secreted in the blood. Then what does this hormone do? This hormone, it will dilate the blood vessels. When we are dilating the blood vessels, what will happen? The blood pressure is going to be reduced. Okay, so that is its action. Another one is juxtaglomerular cells, the cells which are present near the glomerulus, the cells which are present near or in the upside of the glomerulus. We studied about glomerulus, they are present in the nephron. So the juxtaglomerular cells of the kidney, they will secrete a hormone that is known as erythropoietin. Erythropoietin is a hormone secreted by juxtaglomerular cells. Where do we see the juxtaglomerular cells? They are seen in the glomerulus, okay, surrounding the glomerulus. And their function is what? Erythropoiesis, that is the formation of RBC. The process of formation of RBC is known as what? Erythropoiesis. Okay. Then another one is gastrointestinal tract. Gastrointestinal tract, that means what? The alimentary canal. So some parts of the gastrointestinal tract can also produce certain hormones. So one is gastrin secretin cholecystokinin, CCK, gastric inhibitory peptide. Okay, so these are all secreted by the gastrointestinal tract. For example, the gastrin, it is produced by the walls of the gastric area, that is the stomach. Okay, and it is very important for the maintenance of the HCl and the formation of the pepsinogen enzyme. Okay, pepsinogen for the it will stimulate the gastric walls to secrete pepsinogen enzyme. Okay, then the maintenance of HCl, it is also a very important function of what? Gastric. Then another hormone is secreted. It will act upon the exocrine part of the pancreas, and where it is very important for the production of water. It will release water as well as certain bicarbonate ions, and this water and bicarbonate ions, they are very important for the normal functioning of the pancreatic enzymes. So it will stimulate pancreas to release these, that is what? Secretin. Then cholecystokinin is another hormone that is secreted by it is secreted by the gallbladder and the pancreas. Okay, then the main function of this CCK is that it will stimulate the production of pancreatic juice and the bile juice. Okay, it will act upon gallbladder. It is released from the gallbladder and it will stimulate bile juice, production of bile juice. In the pancreas, it will stimulate the production of what? Pancreatic juice. Okay. Another one is gastric inhibitory peptide. So these are also present in this alimentary canal. It is very important for that will inhibit the gastric secretions. All the gastric secretions, that is especially in the stomach, it will produce so many secretions, and these secretions will be inhibited by this gastric inhibitory peptide. Okay, then there are some other part of the body, non-endocrine part, they may produce certain growth factors. Certain growth factors, they are very important for our normal development, growth and development of the individual. And this is also important for the regeneration of the different cells present in different parts of the body. Okay, so these are all involved in the chapter. So in the case of ovary, we have seen two hormones, estrogen, progesterone. Estrogen is important just before the ovulation for the maintenance of the follicle cells. Then progesterone, it is very important for after ovulation. That is, it is supporting the pregnancy. Then other part of the body that may act as endocrine gland, atrial wall of heart, ANF. That is, it decreases the BP. The extraglomerular cells around the glomerulus of the kidney, erythropoietin, erythropoiesis. Then gastrointestinal tract, they produce four hormones: gastrin secreting cholecystokinin gastrin inhibitory peptide. So this gastrin, it is secreted in the stomach for the production of HCl and the pepsinogen, secreting, producing the water and bicarbonate ions in the exocrine part of the pancreas. Cholecystokinin, it will act upon pancreas and the gallbladder to produce pancreatic juice and the bile juice. Then gastric inhibitory peptide, they will inhibit the gastric secretions. Then certain growth factors, they are present, they are spreading throughout the entire body, and they are very important for the normal development of the individual. Okay, so these are all the portions that is included in that chapter. So in this section we have completed this chapter, that is endocrine part, that is completed, endocrine system. So in the next class tomorrow we will start a new chapter. Okay, so you have to go through the video, then textbook. You have to concentrate on what I have taught to you. Okay, all these important enzymes, sorry, the hormones, the glands, their function, they are very important. Okay, so we are winding up the section. Okay.